All right, 3D design, I'm going to show you how to roll out a plate with a slab. So if you do not know how to roll out a slab, you first need to go back and watch my video on proper ways of slab rolling using the guide sticks and the rolling pin. The slab rollers are only for students who have tested and have passed a certain grade on a test who can use them. So what you need to do to roll a slab is have the guide sticks that are the same thickness, put them on the sides. When you start rolling, you roll from center up and then center down. The other thing you need is a metal scraper because you have to compress the clay and you need a water bottle, which is what I'm going to grab really quickly. The water bottles are usually around the room. I like to keep them in the back by the clay tubs. So when we're doing this plate project, you have to compress the clay or your plate will crack and break. So I spritz this with a little bit of water and I'm going to push down and pull this diagonally over. You have to compress the clay. It does a few things to it. It's evening out the water and the clay, and it's helping any air bubbles raise. And this slab of clay that I have has a whole bunch of clay bubbles on it, okay? So wherever I see a bubble, I'm gonna use the edge of this tool and pop them, okay? This has a whole lot of air bubbles because it is older clay. It's been recycled, and obviously you can tell that I did not wedge this clay enough because the bubbles just keep rising. I think I have most of them gone, except this big one right here. This has got to be a deep one. Okay, so that's good. Now what I have to do next is flip this over very carefully. I'm going to pick up the side, lift it, flip it, and I have to compress this side too. So I'm going to spritz it with water, just a little bit. My clay tool has a whole bunch of clay on it, so with a knife, I'm going to scrape this off. Oops. Set it on the side for a minute. Pull the scraper diagonally, and again, there's several, I need to move that out of the way. There's several air bubbles I need to pop. Again, it's really important when making a clay plate that you pop all the air bubbles, because when you start to do your surface design techniques, that can mess it up. Okay, so I have the slab rolled. Perfect. Even thickness, it's been compressed. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna get a piece of paper that's cut to the size of the plate and the plate. I'm going to lay the plate down, and the plate needs to fit on here. If the plate doesn't fit on your slab, you need to do it again. And your plate needs to be even thickness. I'm gonna set the clay tool up and down. It should not be at an angle. And I'm going to trace around the plate all the way. Now, I'm going to take off the plate, and this is going to suction a little bit, but it's fine. Okay. I have to put this piece of paper on the plate. If I don't, the clay is going to suction to the plastic, and when I go to take my plate off the plate, it's going to break. So you have to have that paper down, and then your slab should be even thickness. If your slab is uneven, you need to redo it. So you put the slab on the plate and you gently press it down so that it molds. Then what you're going to do is with one of the smooth rib tools, you're going to again mold it to the plate. Keep the tool clean. I keep smoothing this out. And in the next video, I'm going to show you more to do to perfect your plate.